Yo, what's up, guys? Kudan here, and this is the PS Vita, Sony's latest attempt at a handheld console. Now, even though it's its latest, this thing is pretty old by gaming standards. This coming December, it'll be 7 years old, and I thought it would be appropriate to discuss why I bought one in 2018 and what it adds to the table. When the Vita was first announced, there were a lot of high expectations that needed to be met. This is the first Sony handheld that sports dual analog sticks with a 5-inch OLED touchscreen on the first model and LCD on the second. Now, with that said, if you were to pick up a Vita, I'd recommend getting the first model, as although it is heavier and a little bit bulkier, and the screen is prone to having some, image burn in quality issues. The image quality itself of the OLED display is just so much better compared to the LCD. It also sports a front facing and rear camera, which I have to be honest, they're not that great. They're barely a megapixel, and they definitely don't hold up to camera quality of phones in 2018. They didn't even hold up to camera quality of phones in like 2012 and 13 in those years. So, yeah, camera is not worth talking about. But it also features a touchpad on the back and a motion sensor. I mean, yeah, not a lot of games utilize these features, so they were basically just built up to be gimmicks in the end. But one of the coolest features about the Vita is the remote playability, which allows you to play like PS3 and PS4 games from your Vita, such as playing them on the Vita itself or using the Vita as a pricey controller. Now, the Vita does still have a decent library of games to buy in the PlayStation Store, such as Vita Originals, PS1, and PSP games, and a whole slew of indie games. Although, if you do want to buy games through the store, I'd recommend you only buy the games exclusively on the PS Store, unless you have like a 32 gigabyte memory card or a 64 gig. I mean, if the game is offered in retail stores, you should get it there instead of, eating up your memory card and buying it through the store. Speaking on the memory cards, they're still pretty expensive, with the cheapest still being pricey in their own right. I think I saw like at $30 for the cheapest models. Obviously, these overpriced proprietary memory cards were a horrible idea on Sony's part, and they should have learned long ago that proprietary memory isn't the way to go for them. I mean, they should have learned this in their PSP days, and people would rather use their own micro SD cards instead of, what Sony's offering. But yeah, in conclusion, I know it sounds like I see the Vita as a complete failure, but that's not the case at all. I actually think if you're looking for a nice little handheld that has a great library of indie games, JRPGs, and Sony third party exclusives, the Vita is the perfect choice for you out there. So, what do you think? Are you interested in picking up a Vita in 2018, or are you just interested in seeing how it held up? Let me know in the comments below, and make sure you click that notification button to be alerted to when I drop a new video. I'm Kunan, and I'll see you next time.